Right after the loss, I could not imagine. I was like, how do people have the courage to try again? Because this is so painful and so scary and so sad. But then I guess after time for my personal journey, after enough time, I was ready. For me, it was 3 months. I was like, okay, I am ready. Like, I want a baby and I'm ready to try again. I am so sorry if you're going through a pregnancy loss or have recently gone through one, or even any time in the past. I know from my own experiences, it's a really difficult, challenging, heartbreaking time. So with pregnancy loss, a lot of times we hear the question with miscarriages, which is an early pregnancy loss, or earlier in the trimesters, so to speak. We hear the question of, when do we start again? When's the ideal time? Well, unfortunately, from a holistic perspective, there is not one ideal time to tell everybody. And if you read on ACOG, which is the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, they state there that there's research does not back any needing to wait any certain amount of time before trying to conceive again. From a more holistic point of view, I like to say, well, let's think about a lot of things. Let's think about, is your body physically ready? Are your hormones back to their normal state? Is your cycle back to its normal state? And then probably most important in my mind is emotionally, spiritually, are we ready? Have we healed enough have we given ourselves enough time to mourn that pregnancy loss? How are we feeling about it? And for me, the first few months after the loss it was so hard to even think about trying again. And I still admire women who have had multiple losses and keep trying, especially like right after the loss. I could not imagine. I was like, how do people have the courage to try again? Because this is so painful and so scary and so sad. But then I guess after time for my personal journey, after enough time, I was ready. For me, it was 3 months. I was like, okay, I am ready. Like, I want a baby and I'm ready to try again. So obviously for everyone, that timing is different. I do recommend BBT charting. I recommend BBT charting for everyone. Basal body temperature charting is what the BBT stands for. And basically with basal body temperature charting, we're taking our temperature at the same time every morning. And we need to do this before we wake up, get out of bed. When we first wake up, it's stick the thermometer right in our mouth. And normally we probably need to set an alarm so it is the same time every morning, especially if you like to sleep in, say on the weekends. Make sure the temperature is taken at the same time every morning before you get out of bed. That is your basal body temperature. And when it's charted on a graph, we get a really great idea. It gives us so much information. But one of the main pieces of information we like to use is for the hormone levels. So we want to see a nice temperature chart that doesn't go up and down with every day. We want to see with ovulation, you'll see a temperature rise, maybe a few points, 3/10 of a point of a degree, I should say, a rise, and that's most likely our ovulation. We can also look at cervical mucus to make sure that all these signs and symptoms line up. So when the temperature rises, we want the temperature to stay up and across the chart, so to speak, to stay high, and that shows a nice progesterone level. Absolutely, it's really extra important after a miscarriage to nurture our bodies, not only emotionally but physically as well. And we can start with food. We want to make sure we're still eating well. We might have the tendency of thinking, oh, I want this comfort food that might be high in sugar, or this comfort food that might be high in saturated fats, like fried food or something. But no, let's nurture our body by continuing to stick on the good, healthy food plan that you're on for this fertility journey. So that means high quality meats, high quality vegetables, and making sure you drink plenty of water. We want to wash out any toxins that are around. We want to nourish all our cells with lots of water. Water is really, really important and sometimes I think overlooked. If you want to learn more about optimizing your health and your fertility, then follow me and subscribe to learn more.